It is an interesting idea, making money from your thoughts, your ideas, and stories by selling books. However, for a long time, publishing has been historically challenging for authors and writers. Books had to be mass-produced and sold to recoup the high costs of production and distribution. But between 1990 and 2000, print on demand became popular with the advent of the internet because it helped reduce costs by minimizing inventory and warehousing expenses. And since 2000, there has been a steady shift towards digital content. Among the major suppliers of ebooks are today Kobo Books, Amazon, Google, Harlequin, and Apple. And although many of these platforms offer self-publishing services, certain aspects remain difficult and challenging. For instance, many people worldwide do not have access to bank accounts, and even those who do might find it costly to receive payments from the headquarters of these major ebook sellers. For example, many of these organizations still pay using checks, which may be difficult to cash, and they incur fees. This is unfortunate because the current system excludes the voices, the ideas, and the stories of many smart, talented people who surely have many original ideas and exciting stories to tell. In this video, I will show you what tools and services are available for anyone, anywhere in the world, to monetize their thoughts, their ideas, and stories by leveraging developments in the BSV ecosystem. We will explore different ways for authors and writers to publish and distribute their ebooks, including platforms like Canonic and a new upcomer Immutable books. And additionally, you can sell your books through your own website or by utilizing your social media accounts. And regardless of the method you choose, you can use BSVSearch.com, a free platform where you can promote your work and direct potential customers to where they can purchase your book. The first website we're going to check out is Canonic. You can find them on their website, which is located at canonic.xyz. So let's have a browse. This is their homepage. We have here the FAQ, frequently asked questions, or frequently answered questions. How do I buy books on Canonic? Canonic accepts all major chains of Bitcoin. You just buy Bitcoin from an exchange and then transfer it to your Canonic wallet to make a purchase. Why publish with Canonic? Content published with Canonic is directly stored on BTC ordinals and the Bitcoin SV chain. This allows you to reach your audience with a global and stable censorship-resistant proof-of-work network, earn income with Bitcoin, and build on top of an interoperable and decentralized layer. And in the age where AI algorithms have the power to tamper with data at scale, Bitcoin allows you to cryptographically prove the existence of a piece of work at a particular moment in time. What do we store on-chain? On the BTC chain ordinals, an image of your work cover so you can prove authorship with your wallet keys, and the hash of your work so you can protect it from future tampering. On the BSV chain, they will store your encrypted work so you can prove authorship with your wallet keys, and on-chain unique identifier of your work that they call BSBN, Bitcoin Standard Book Number. They will store the title, author, description, cover, and price of the book, the paymail of the entity that published the work, reviews from users who can prove on-chain their book purchase, and users' encrypted purchase receipts. What does it cost? You pay a nominal fee to publish on-chain, and Canonic takes 20% of the revenue generated from your work, and the rest is directly sent to your Bitcoin wallet. And you can contact them through their email address or their Twitter account or on Twitch. Let's just have a look at their website. If we click on the paperback section, this is what they have. And if we take a look at the audiobook section, this is what they have. They have also an ebook section as well as collectibles. These are exclusive book NFTs on Bitcoin. And you can see some of these are going for $800 worth of Bitcoin, either BSVs or BTCs, 1,000, 150, 2,444. That's mainly because they are NFTs, so they are like special editions of these books. So I'm just going to log on. In your case, you might need to sign up first. Sign up for an account. It's quite easy. The usual, you just set up a username, a password, and your account is ready. So in my case, I've already done that, so I'm just going to relog back in. And once I've logged on, this is how it looks like. So I'll take you through this menu. So we've got publications. I suppose this section shows if I've got books to sell. If I'm selling a book here, this is where I can find details about them. Purchases. This would be the place where details about your purchases are displayed. And if you go transactions, this would be details of your transactions, notifications, and settings. You can update your profile image. Click here and drag and drop an image. You can edit your Paymail, and you can copy the seed phrase of your Bitcoin wallet that's been set up for Canonic. So seed phrases are very important. You have to copy that down, write it somewhere safe, so you ensure that you've got access to your Bitcoin wallet. So here, if I want to publish a paperback, this is the application form. So they need you to reach out to them, and they will then assess whether they can publish your paperback on Bitcoin. Now let's look at how it works if you just plan to publish an ebook. So if you click ebook right here, you come across this screen. It says you'll need to fund your wallet before publishing and purchasing on Canonic. Send BSV, BTC, or BCH to your wallet below. You've got your Bitcoin wallet there, or you can also show your Paymail and pay that way. I mean, I've only really used traditional Bitcoin addresses, so I'm going to use that. And once you log on, you'll come across this form. You've got an option whether you wish to copy the values of these fields from an existing book. So perhaps if you've published before and you're making a different edition, you can copy the details here. Obviously, if this is your first publishing, you're just going to type your book's details right here. So you've got a genre, you can set the price, which is denominated in USD. You can also split your revenue here. You have the option to split the revenue between more than one person. So you could be a publisher as well. If you own the rights to a book, then you can share your revenue to the author directly here. You indicate which language the book is in, and when you're done, you go to the next page where you can drag and drop images. The first image will always be considered the cover page, and when you've done that, you can drag and drop the file of your ebook. So they accept EPUB, PDF, TXT, or MOBI file formats. So I'm just going to exit out because I've got nothing to publish at the moment. And let's check out how it looks if you were to sell an audiobook. So let's click on audiobook here. Again, you've got an option to copy details from an existing book if you've published it before. And if not, then you just have to fill out this form from scratch. And here you've got title, you've got author, you've got your category, and you've got your description, the price in USDs, how much you wish to sell the audiobook for. Here you can split the revenue between different authors, including the publisher. You can set the percentages of how much each party or person is entitled to. You can indicate which edition this is and how long the audiobook is. You drag and drop a cover image and you drop your ebook here, and it looks like they accept the MP3 file format. So I'm going to exit out of there because I don't have an audiobook to sell at the moment. Let's just check out the terms of use. Now this is very important, obviously, to read and go through and make sure you are okay with all of this. Because if you're going to publish with them, then it's important that you understand what their expectations are. And if there's any questions to ask, now is the time to ask. Right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a purchase to see how this all works. I've actually had a browse as to which of these books I've got an interest in, and this one caught my eye. It says Us, the Who, What and Why of Mankind. To me that sounds interesting, so I'm just going to purchase that. So here you can basically buy the ebook there. You can see that it's priced in US dollars, and there's BSV and BTC and BCH. So you've got that. Now let's actually click on the buy button here, and here we go. This is book purchased. Step 1, we can download and read the book. So that's the first thing. Option 2, you can leave a review. And the third one, relax on Bitcoin. Your book, your purchase and review are all stored on Bitcoin. So I think they mean the blockchain. So you never need to worry about losing your data. So I'm going to download my ebook now. So I'm going to click the download button, save it to my disk, and here it is. I open it with my PDF viewer. Here are the chapters. The entire book is there. There's about 288 pages at least. You've got the details there, author by Roy Murphy. So let's have a look now at, let's check out those other sections of the website now that we've actually transacted here. If I go to publications, naturally there's still no books because I did not publish anything, but at least now when I go to purchases, it does show the book that I've just purchased. The transactions are there. You can see 2 transactions. The first one, as you can see, is when I've transferred 1 BSV to this wallet, and then the second transaction is when I bought the book. Now right here is basically your wallet. So if, let's say, you don't think that you're going to be buying a book here for a bit of time and you need your BSVs, you can send your BSVs back to another wallet. So I'll actually show you how it works. To send your Bitcoin to another wallet, we just fill out this form. Type in your address there, type in how much BSV you're going to transfer out, click that button, the send all button, if you want to empty out your Canonic wallet. Here, out of the $37 worth of BSVs I've transferred, I'm going to transfer out 32.38. The balance is back to 0, and it successfully transferred my BSVs out to the other wallet. Now, the next thing we're going to take a look at is Immutable Books. It's a relatively new website, and currently it's only got 1 book at the moment. They're still testing it, but as you shall see, it is fairly functional, and I've spoken to the developers and they are working towards making this available for other authors and writers to publish their own works as well. We're going to explore it now so we can see what is possible, what is being made, what is being done in the BSV ecosystem. So this is the website. This is the book that they've got. It is integrated with Handcash, so you do need to log on using your Handcash wallet. I've logged on now, so I can see the book that they've got on sale there. I'm going to buy that. So I've bought it now. I'm going to check my Handcash wallet to see how that looks like, just to make sure that the transaction did go through and all that. So I'm going to open up my Handcash wallet on my phone, which is the one shown on the right screen here. I've logged on. Now I can read the book. So that's great. Checking Handcash, this is basically how the transaction looks like. So I can see that there has been $7.84 taken out of my Handcash wallet by Immutable Books. So that's good. The transaction had gone through. If you take a look here, the book was $7.84 US, and the network fee is only 0.00003 of a US dollar. That is basically 0.00003 of the amount. Now, if you divide this, the network fee, with the amount of $7.84, we can see that the network fee is only 3/1,000,000th of the transaction amount. Forget about transaction costs of 3% or 6%, or even if it's 1.5%. This is basically 3% of a percent of a percent, or something like that. It's so small, it's mind-boggling how low this transaction fee is. It's basically free. This is a real-life example of a BSV transaction. So don't believe what you've been told if someone tells you that BSV doesn't work. You can try it for yourself, you can transact, and you will see that the true Bitcoin, BSV, not BTC, it works, and it works marvelously. And furthermore, if you take a look at this, here we see that $7.84 that we've paid, that got distributed to 8 other people, whoever those are, co-authors, publishers, the website, his business. So immediately, as soon as they receive a sale, it gets distributed to all the other contributors as well. So far, we've looked at using publishing marketplaces like Canonic, and hopefully soon, Immutable books. Marketplaces like these have the advantage of bringing in more potential buyers to see your books. And they also strive to make buying and selling books a lot easier technically, logistically, and legally. But there are risks to relying on one outlet for distributing and selling your work. So the reality is many businesses fail. You've also heard of platforms like YouTube and Spotify canceling support for some people's content for one reason or another. Therefore, you could spend all your time promoting your book and directing everyone to a web page that could disappear one day. So this would mean that all the money and time you've used to create links to a page that no longer exists just goes to waste. And if your income had been reliant on one source, then suddenly your income could drop to zero when that website goes down or closes. So in light of this reality, the third option that you have as an author or a writer or a publisher, in addition to selling your books through other businesses' websites, is to create your own website from which you can sell your books. This gives you that extra safety net to ensure that you're growing your own set of audience independently and not being too reliant on other people's businesses. Granted, it would take a lot more time, but your efforts in marketing your books will remain pointed to your website, which is in your control. And building your website does not need to cost much. You buy a domain name. They're roughly about $10 to $20 per year now. And you can get a hosting service, which is roughly anywhere from $10 to $20 a month for a small website. And from there, you can build the website yourself, because many of these hosting providers provide open source software like WordPress or Drupal, and they're usually one-click installs, and you can back them up and restore them quite easily. And if you're just starting out and don't have much money to invest for the moment, then that's a good option. Selling a book doesn't have to be complicated and expensive. One of the costly aspects of selling things online previously had been about how to pay people and how to get paid. But now with Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, BSV, it simplifies and makes the process much cheaper and more efficient and doable for most people. In this video, I'm not going to delve in deeper into how to create a website for yourself. You can certainly give it a try, and if not, you can seek the help of professional web developers. The final option or alternative to selling your books that we're going to discuss in this video is to use BSVSearch.com. BSVSearch can help you with all the previous options we've discussed. Whether you decide to publish and sell your books using platforms like Canonic or Immutable books, or whether you decide to sell and publish using your website, BSVSearch.com can help your book be found. Remember, you can implement all these strategies. You don't have to choose. So in this last section of the video, I will take you through how you can use BSVSearch.com to help you in whatever way you decide to sell your books or ebooks. The first step is to go to BSVSearch.com and let's log on. Click onto the Publications tab, because that is where the books and ebooks are. And to the left is where people can search for books and ebooks. And for example, if someone is looking for a science fiction ebook, they would choose these options and click Apply. Let's say now that you have a book to sell. You can add your ebook here. You can add your book or ebook here, or at the footer menu at the bottom of the page, which expands after you log on to the website. In this particular example, let's choose selling an ebook. You click this, that opens up a form. You enter the title of your ebook, the genre or category in which it belongs, type in the introduction to your book, and provide how much you are selling your ebook for. You upload the image of the front cover of your ebook, in this particular case, we are not going to indicate a geographical location because the content of the book is relevant worldwide and we want to sell the ebook internationally as well. We can add our phone number there if we want people to be able to call us and ask questions. And this field, the website, is most useful because you can then direct people to your website where people can buy your books. Or you can also add a link to your ebook on the Canonic website or any other publisher you happen to be using by the time you're watching this video. If you are selling your books yourself using your website or even just with your phone, then perhaps it would be useful if you inform people how they can purchase your ebook. As an example, you can ask them to first make the payment to your BSV address. They will then email you with a transaction hash ID. It's like the receipt number that we talked about in a previous video. Now, if you want to review what a transaction hash ID is, I'm going to add a link at the description of this video. Once you, the author, get the transaction hash ID, you can verify the payment on a blockchain explorer or on your BSV wallet. Once you verify that, you can then email your book to your buyer's email address. You might also want to indicate any further information, like what to do if the email was not received. Because an ebook is a digital product that can be copied, then you probably would want to mention to people that so long as you have emailed your ebook and it can be opened by the latest program that opens that file type, then funds are not refundable. Now, after you've filled out as much information as you can send the form to admin to review and click Save. Using BSVSearch.com is free, so we just need to make sure that submissions are not spam and that there's no offensive images or text, and we will approve it, usually within 24 to 48 hours. After it is approved, your book will begin showing on the publications section. So people searching for it, in this case a non-fiction ebook, then they can find it. And you can always edit your ebooks page by clicking on Edit and make the modifications you would like to make. And in this case, I'm just going to let people know that they can also buy the book on Canonic's website and not just to any general web page like their homepage or something like that. It has to be the page of your book, so that when people click on it, they go directly to what they're looking for. You want to make it easier for your readers to find your book. When users have questions about your book, they can click on this contact section. They can fill out the form to ask you questions, and their questions will be emailed to you by the BSVSearch.com website. If you have a lot of books to sell, then there's information that is common to all the books you are selling. For example, in this case, there is this information about how to purchase your books and your policies. You probably do not want to cut and paste these on every single book or ebook you're trying to sell. You might therefore decide to place these types of recurring information on your profile page. You click on My Account and then Edit. And here, you can edit your profile information. In this User Terms field, we've made it especially for you to include your policies, terms of use, and other important information that people should know about. We have reached the end of this video, and I hope then that you've gained something valuable or informative. BSV, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, really does make global e-commerce possible, making it easier for people like you and me to share thoughts, ideas, and stories to the world. So if you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to this channel so that you can be notified of our future videos. Until next time, this is Marquez. Bye-bye.